Historically significant things that happened on May 22nd. May 22nd stands as an extraordinary crossroads of human innovation, artistic mastery, and history-defining events that fundamentally reshaped our world. This day marks incredible milestones in science and engineering, from the Wright brothers securing their foundational flying machine patent in 1906 to the tracking of the 1960 Great Chilean Earthquake, the most powerful instrumentally recorded seismic event in human history. It is a date that chronicles massive cultural and financial shifts, witnessing the births of creative legends like Sir Arthur Conan Doyle and Richard Wagner, the global release of the iconic arcade game Pac-Man in 1980, and the legendary 2010 commercial transaction celebrated worldwide as Bitcoin Pizza Day. From the passing of Roman Emperor Constantine the Great to the launching of Microsoft's transformative Windows 3.0, May 22nd remains a powerful testament to humanity's enduring drive to explore the unknown, push technological boundaries, and redefine the global landscape. Let us look at the significant historical events of May 22nd, categorized by cultural, educational, financial, physical, mental, relational health, political, professional, social, spiritual, and scientific and technological points of view. Historically significant things that happened on May 22nd. From cultural point of view, 1813. Renowned German composer and theater director Richard Wagner is born in Leipzig, going on to revolutionize opera through his complex textures, harmonies, and concept of the Gesamtkunstwerk, total work of art. 1859. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the British author and physician who created the legendary detective Sherlock Holmes, is born in Edinburgh, Scotland. 1980. The classic horror film The Shining, directed by Stanley Kubrick and adapted from Stephen King's novel, is released in theaters, fundamentally impacting cinematic psychological horror. 1980. Namco releases the iconic arcade game Pac-Man in Japan, sparking an international cultural phenomenon that came to define 1980s pop culture. Historically significant things that happened on May 22nd. From educational point of view, 1803. The first publicly funded free library opens in Salisbury, Connecticut, establishing a major milestone for accessible public education and civic literacy in early America. 1957. The government of South Africa approves the Extension of University Education Act, legally enforcing racial separation in universities, a deeply controversial move that restricted non-white students' access to higher education and catalyzed student resistance networks. Historically significant things that happened on May 22nd. From financial point of view, 1761. The first life insurance policy in North America is issued in Philadelphia by the Presbyterian Ministers Fund, establishing an early structural foundation for modern life insurance and financial risk management. 2010. Programmer Laszlo Hanyecz completes the first real-world commercial transaction using cryptocurrency, spending 10,000 bitcoins on 2 pizzas. Now celebrated globally as Bitcoin Pizza Day, it marked the historic transition of digital assets from a theoretical cryptography experiment into an economic reality. Historically significant things that happened on May 22nd, from physical, mental, relational health point of view. 1892. Dr. Washington Sheffield invents the collapsible toothpaste jar, a critical advancement for dental hygiene that replaced mass-use porcelain jars, significantly improving individual sanitization practices and reducing cross-contamination. 2015. American mathematician John Nash, who won the 1994 Nobel Prize for Economics for his landmark work on game theory, and whose lifelong struggle with paranoid schizophrenia inspired the book and film A Beautiful Mind, passes away at age 86. Historically significant things that happened on May 22nd, from political point of view. 337, Roman Emperor Constantine the Great dies, closing a transformative reign marked by the restructuring of the empire, the establishment of Constantinople as a major imperial capital, and his monumental state support of Christianity. 1455, the Wars of the Roses officially begin in England, with the First Battle of St. Albans, launching a decades-long dynastic struggle for the English throne between the rival houses of Lancaster and York. 1939, Adolf Hitler and Benito Mussolini signed the Pact of Steel in Berlin, establishing a full military and political alliance between Germany and Italy that solidified the Axis powers on the eve of World War II. 1972, Ceylon adopts a new constitution, officially transforming the nation into a republic and changing its name to Sri Lanka. Historically significant things that happened on May 22nd. From professional point of view, 1846, the Associated Press, AP, is formed in New York City when 5 daily newspapers agree to share the steep transmission costs of reporting on the Mexican-American War, permanently changing the professional landscape of cooperative print and broadcast journalism. 1992, late-night television legend Johnny Carson hosts NBC's The Tonight Show for the final time, drawing an estimated 50 million viewers and concluding a historic 30-year professional run that defined the late-night talk show format. Historically significant things that happened on May 22nd. From social point of view, 1840. The penal transportation of British convicts to the New South Wales colony in Australia is officially abolished, marking a massive shift away from the forced exile system and toward localized prison reform. 1863. The U.S. War Department establishes the Bureau of Colored Troops to coordinate, train, and manage the massive influx of African American volunteers into the Union Army during the American Civil War. 1964. U.S. President Lyndon B. Johnson outlines his Great Society program during a speech at the University of Michigan, initiating sweeping social welfare reforms aimed at eliminating poverty, reducing racial injustice, and expanding healthcare and education access. Historically significant things that happened on May 22nd. From spiritual point of view, 1570. Flemish cartographer Abraham Ortelius publishes the Theatrum Orbis Terrarum, Theater of the World, the first modern atlas. By standardizing the visual landscape of geography, this masterwork profoundly impacted centuries of European missionary exploration and the global dissemination of spiritual and religious organizations. Historically significant things that happened on May 22nd, from scientific and technological points of view. 1849. Future President Abraham Lincoln is granted U.S. patent number 846,699 for a buoying apparatus designed to lift stranded vessels over river shoals, making him the only U.S. president to hold a registered engineering patent. 1906. Orville and Wilbur Wright are officially granted U.S. patent number 821,393 for their flying machine, legalizing and securing their foundational 3-axis aerodynamic control design for fixed-wing aircraft navigation. 1960. The Great Chilean Earthquake, Valdivia Earthquake, strikes the southern coast of Chile. Measuring 9.5 on the moment magnitude scale, it remains the most powerful instrumentally recorded earthquake in human history, drastically advancing global seismology and the engineering of tsunami warning networks. 1990. Microsoft officially releases Windows 3.0, featuring a significantly advanced graphical user interface and improved memory management that catapulted personal computing into mainstream office and home utility. Hi viewers, family and friends. How did you like the content of this video? Like the video and subscribe to the channel. Please write in the comments your name and the place you are watching from. Since our viewing family is spread all over the world, it will be nice to know which city and the country you are watching from, so I can say hello to you. Science and technology. Reading and listening to the historical accomplishments on this date of those who have gone before us, I, as a professional engineer with interest in structural engineering, energy-efficient buildings, ICF construction, and as Google Docs expert with interest in spreadsheet-based solutions, draw inspiration to ask of myself the million-dollar question: what would I accomplish today? Think about the Japanese practice of Kaizen. Let me know in the comments. What would you accomplish today? Your subscribing to the channel inspires me to post more such videos. Thanks for your patronage. See you in the next video. Sincerely, Yogi Anand.